Agatha Christie, die ABC-Mörders. Ego-Punkte 0 von 600 Fortschritt, 0% Schnapplohn. Spielen. Sammeln Sie Ego-Punkte, indem Sie so handeln, wie Hercule Poirot handeln würde? Wahrscheinlich. Woher soll ich denn wissen, wie der handelt? Ich kenne diesen Mensch nicht.
Some post for you, Poirot.
Mr. Hercule Poirot, you fancy yourself, don't you, at solving mysteries that are too difficult for our poor thick-head British police? Let us see, Mr. Clever Poirot, just how clever you can be. Perhaps you'll find this nut too hard to crack. Look out for handover on the 21st of the month. Yours extra, A, B, C.
Oh, it's some sort of joke.
Maybe, but please remind me to inform Chief Inspector Japp.
Haben den Verlauf von der Boni gesehen? Sie können... Ach Mann! Der Boni gesehen? Was? Fahren mit einem Zug in die Stadt.
It's here, Poirot. The murder took place in this street. Grim place indeed.
Tout à fait, Hastings. The streets of Andover are in a terrible state.
Look, there's Chief Inspector Japp. He's talking with a policeman.
Let us try not to get our shoes wet.
Ja, wir haben auf der Boni gesehen. Sie können Ereignis in Serie einfach wieder erleben. Der Boni gesehen? Ne, habe ich nicht. Diebstahl des Motiv eines Verbrechens. Okay, da haben wir was. Die grauen Zellen, Notizbuch. Kapitel 1, Japp-Treffen. So, hier direkt mal. Vielleicht so. Benutzen. Ach, da kriege ich Hilfe. Oh, das ist aber schön. Werde ich bestimmt benutzen. Kann ich... Wie funktioniert das? Wie funktioniert das? Da ist nichts. Okay, der verändert sich. Ich kann nicht anzeigen lassen.
Don't dilly-dally, Poirot. Japp will be waiting for us.
Okay, dann treffen wir uns mit dem. Ich weiß zwar nicht, wie der aussieht, aber egal. Hallo.
Over here, it's Hastings and Poirot. You missed the 9 o'clock train?
We took the 10:30. Luckily the service is good to Andover.
So, Chief Inspector, what do we have?
The victim is called Alice Asher. She owned this tobacco shop. She was killed yesterday with a blow to the back of the head.
At what time?
Let me just check.
Nutzen Sie die Momente, in denen Gesprächspartner beschäftigt sind, um zu beobachten. Sie erhalten Indizien, um mitzustellen. Der Persönlichkeit. Finden Sie 3 Indizien, die Poirots Bemerkungen entsprechen.
Is Japp being too relaxed? Let us find the clues that prove it. chap is in a good mood. I bet he thinks he's already caught the culprit.
Aha.
The last customer to see Mrs. Asher alive left her shop at 5:30. The body was found at around 11 in the evening by an officer doing his rounds. The shop door was open. That's what alerted him.
Had anything been taken?
A little tobacco maybe, but you'd hardly murder for a few smokes. There's nothing of any real value in the shop.
What type of woman was Mrs. Asher?
In her 50s, married but separated, no children.
Her husband?
Aha, Franz Asher, the husband. Alcoholic and violent. It's said that he regularly insulted his wife and threatened to kill her.
Do you think he's guilty?
We'll look for Franz Asher. If he doesn't have an alibi, the case is closed. A very unoriginal murder.
Peut-être. May I examine the crime scene?
Of course, old chap.
I'll be with you in a minute, Poirot.
Als Ziel den Tatort untersuchen. Sie war mit Franz Asher verheiratet, lebt aber allein. Sie wurde Opfer, okay. Den Tatort untersuchen. Hier bringen Sie Poirots kleine Grauzellen zum Einsatz. Das Ziel ist es, die Fragen, die er sich stellt, zu beantworten, indem er Verbindungen zwischen den Indizien herstellt, um daraus auf eine Antwort zu schließen. Ziehen Sie die Indizien auf die leeren Kästchen, um die leeren Stellen zu füllen. Keine Wertsachen im Laden zu verkaufen. Die Leiche wurde gehen zu. Okay. Ja, da kann ich wohl noch nicht. Soll ich da rein? Nichts hier vor. Da ist
This
ein...
fruit and vegetable shop has a front row seat, therefore an employee might have noticed something.
Ja, da müsste man mal einen finden, ne? Kann ich aber nicht. Weiß nicht, kann ich da noch weiter weggehen? Mal testen. Geil, wie er da rumstolziert. Okay, ich gehe einfach mal hier rein. Ich glaube, woanders komme ich gerade nicht hin. Also ihre Konstruktion in den Boni gesehen. In den Boni? Was soll das heißen? Ich kenne das nicht.
The place is unusually tidy for a crime scene. Nothing suggests any sign of a fight.
Beobachtung, Erfolg. Geil. Wie soll man da auch nicht zu einem Erfolg kommen? Oh, da liegt es. Schauen wir mal in die Kasse. Gegenstände verbergen Geheimnisse hinter komplexen Mechanismen. Sie sind an der Reihe, sie aufzudecken, um herauszufinden, was sie verbergen. Beobachten Sie den Gegenstand aus allen Blickwinkeln, indem Sie die Maustaste gedrückt halten und die Maus verschieben. Zoomen Sie heran, indem Sie mit der linken Maustaste auf den Gegenstandsbereich klicken. Zoomen Sie mit der rechten Maustaste weg oder indem Sie auf das Symbol Pfeil. Einige Elemente bewegen sich, indem Sie eine linke Maustaste gedrückt halten oder
The
verschieben.
till does not appear to have been touched. I have to check that nothing is missing from it.
Ja, dann. Open.
Something is preventing the drawer from opening.
Really?
It would be best to examine the rest of the till. It is blocked by some...
Okay, Was ist das?
A mechanism has just made a fan click.
Bah, dieser französische Akzent will ich nicht. 5. Ich krieg das auf. 5. 5. Ja, jetzt kann ich hier wieder oben. Gib nochmal 5, oder? Auf geht's.
The till is full of money, but there is something strange. Something is hidden underneath.
Okay, ja, wir haben noch nicht zu. 852 ist der Code.
This must be the key to the back of the shop.
Auf jeden Fall entdeckt die Aktion, um Maximalpunkte zu erbringen. Einfaches Getriebe, ja, schön. Beobachten Sie die Gegenstände aus allen Wegen, indem Sie die Maus mit der Maus verschieben. Okay.
It's not just any railway guide. It's an ABC. It's open at the letter A. There are no prints on the book.
Das war's schon, oder was?
Red liquid is oozing out. Is it blood?
What?
No. It's just some strawberries that are losing their juice. They probably come from the fruit and vegetable shop opposite. The counter is covered with fingerprints all on top of one another. Unfortunately, it will not be possible to use them.
Okay, ja, das ist natürlich ehrlich. Ein Schlüssel.
There are cigarettes packets in a mess on the shelf. There are cigarettes packets in a...
Ich kann das auch nochmal genauer anschauen. Gut. Da.
She has a packet of place cigarette next to her hand. Did she drop it when she fell?
Ja, vielleicht wollte sie da eins rausholen, wurde von hinten dann, was auch immer, erstochen, getötet.
The body is hidden by the counter and is not visible from the tobacco shop store. Many customers must have thought that Mrs. Asher had popped out. I can't see any other mark on the floor. This poor woman's head is resting in a very even-shaped pool of blood. She just has one wound on the back of the head. There are no other wounds or signs of a struggle.
Ja, die wollte ein Dings rausholen. Zack, wird ermordet, fällt um und reißt alles da um.
So, Poirot, any news?
So, an ABC guide with no fingerprints but prints all over the counter.
Normally, the tobacco shop does not sell ABC guides.
Exact. Mon ami, could you have a word with the neighbors? Some may have seen something.
Of course, my friend, I'll do it straight away.
So, dann machen wir
The
den
door
auf.
is locked.
Weiß schon, dass wir einen Schlüssel haben, ne? Ja. Scheiße, wie kann ich den denn benutzen?
The door is...
Hä? So. Toll.
Did Alice Asher suffer from nosebleeds? Blood. An inscription in German. Souvenir of our honeymoon in the Black Forest. To my Alice forever, Franz Asher. The Ashers were a lovely couple when they were young.
Ja, wirklich ein hübsches Paar.
Such a pretty decoration should be at the center of the motif to respect the symmetry.
Ist es wohl nicht. Ja, ein ganz langes. Naja, irgendwie ist das alles. Welcher kann denn da dran? Da kann ja nur die zwei dran, so. Jetzt kann man mal so ein Teil hinsetzen. Das ist aber nix. Dürfte das Falsche sein, ne?
I heard a faint sound as if something was unlocked. It is blocked.
Okay, schwarze Wand. Warum so schwarz? Ich will nicht drunter gucken.
These drawings appear to be attached to the chest of drawers. They won't move. These drawings appear to be...
Hä? So einstellen, wie es da ist. Habe ich das jetzt aus Versehen gemacht? Der guckt nach oben auf jeden Fall. Der jetzt auch, okay. Ist die alle richtig? Scheiße. Also muss es klicken oder was?
Medicine. Laudanum-based cough medicine, Mrs. Asher, and Dover Morley Laboratory, London. It's strange to find such an elaborate medicine from a leading London laboratory in the home of such a modest woman.
Mhm. Geil, dass man das erst
From
umdrehen muss.
Mr. Adam Flint, Royal Bank, Eastfield Road, Andover. To Mrs. Alice Asher, 5 Bishops Road, Andover. Dear Mrs. Asher, further to your request of 12 February 1935, I have informed my superiors of your wish to apply for a loan to acquire the lease of the shop you rent from Mr. Fairfax. Despite the seriousness of your case, I regret to inform you that your request has been denied. The amount of your personal contribution, £11, is not high enough and represents too small a part of the final transaction. I remain at your disposal for any questions. Adam Flint. Mrs. Asher's meager savings were not enough for her to own the tobacco shop, but will largely cover her funeral costs.
Oh, die wollte da eigentlich Laden aufmachen, aber konnte nicht. Okay.
What a strange box. It looks like you have to slide the slats of wood to open it. It is blocked. It is blocked.
Hä, was muss ich verschieben, bitte? Ich raff's nicht. Das sieht aus.
It is blocked. It is blocked.
Wie klickt das denn dann da, wenn es geblockt ist? Hä?
It is blocked.
I don't understand.
This button appears to activate the mechanism. It is blocked. It is blocked. It is blocked.
Ich blockt. Aha. So. Gut, dass ich die nicht zurückschieben muss. Oder doch?
That should do it.
Noch da? Okay.
Who is this young woman?
Es ist...
To my dear Aunt Alice, Marie Drauer.
Have you found anything?
The victim has a niece. We must find her. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Kein Kursbuch im Tabakladen zu verkaufen. Die Garnkasse sind da. Warum ist das eine rot, das andere grün? Ist die Schiss.
The motive is definitely not financial gain. There is no sign of a struggle, and the till has not been forced or emptied. I think I've looked everywhere here. Let us see if I can find any more information in the shop's surroundings.
Okay. Krass.
This interior is very simple. Mrs. Asher lived very simply.
Ja. Die Umgebung prüfen. Die 50 Freizeit Trophäen gesehen sind in den Boni. Ach, so. Ich kann mal Escape drücken. In den Boni. Hier? Hier? Keine Ahnung.
4 pence a letters, a lovely large letters, 4 pence only.
Du klingst echt scheiße.
6 pence a pound.
A bottle of poor quality vinegar. The smell could awaken the dead.
Bitte nicht mehr schreien.
This woman appears to be a smoker.
Das heißt, sie war auf dem Tabakladen.
She's a big smoker. She must have been a customer at the tobacco shop. Did you know Alice Asher well?
And for starters, who are you?
I'm Hercule Poirot, the detective.
You're foreign, that's for sure, with your accent and your odd way about you. And you're here about Alice's murder, I suppose. Well, I've nothing to say to you.
Did you speak to the victim yesterday?
No, I never saw her.
Please try and help me, madame.
Why should I help you? For your beautiful moustache? Heh. Come on, move along now. You're scaring away my customers.
Please, do not be ridiculous.
Dass das Opfer zu ihr gekommen ist, sagen sie einen Tag lang gegangen, die Beschuldigen zu lügen.
I know that you went to the tobacco shop yesterday.
Well?
It is your duty to tell me if you saw something unusual.
Who do you think you are telling me what to do? Get away from my stall! Oh, you again?
What the fuck? Nö.
A bottle of poor...
Die Ratte.
Oh.
Hey, Poirot. Is the greengrocer causing trouble? I'll sort her out.
No, please, leave her, Chief Inspector. I'll get her to talk later.
I found the victim's niece. She's waiting for you in the back of the shop.
Thank you, mon ami. I'll question her. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Muss ich da draufklicken? Ich gehe nochmal. Kann ich nur das Richtige herausschnüffeln? Okay.
Mrs. Asher was killed here.
Schade.
The absence of marks in the shop and the regular shape of the blood stains indicated beyond a doubt.
Ich komme,
Judd had the body removed
Mami.
out of respect for the victim's niece. His attention is commendable.
Die ist wohl traurig.
Is her grief sincere? She appears to be very upset. She's dressed in mourning. She looks fragile. You were very fond of your aunt, am I right?
She was the only family I had since my mother died.
Your aunt did not have any children, is that correct?
No. She was separated from her husband.
What do you think about Franz Ascher, your aunt's husband?
He never left her alone. Poor aunt. She used to drop by all the time and make a scene.
Was your aunt afraid of her husband?
He shouted a lot, but she wasn't afraid of him. Why, he used to slink away when she turned on him. He was afraid of her, if you like.
Did your aunt enjoy good health?
She had a bad throat, but she was well cared for by a doctor in London.
Does Franz Ascher work?
All he's done for years is drink and gamble, but he used to be a very good cabinet maker.
What does he live on?
My aunt used to give him 5 shillings a week.
Why did she support such a goods for nothing?
He was her husband. She couldn't leave him with nothing.
I understand. You have been of great assistance, mademoiselle.
So viele Fragen noch.
Please take this young lady home.
My pleasure.
Well, this Franz Ascher does not seem to be quite so dangerous as Jab says. And since Alice Ascher gave him money regularly, it was not in his interest to kill her.
Mhm.
We have to wait for him to sleep it off. He's all yours, Poirot. There are a few things I need to check.
There must be some way of sobering him up.
I wonder what his wife used to do. He must have scared the customers away.
Das Essig nehmen wir mal, ne?
Nothing suggests any sign of a fight.
Strawberries, 6 pence a pound.
A bottle of poor quality.
Yeah.
Hör dieses Kackessig. Gib mir das.
A bottle of...
Du nimmst sie doch mit. Oder frag sie danach, Was soll die Volle sagen? Hier Zigaretten klauen? Hat sie irgendwo Zigaretten? Die Zigaretten leer sind, dann geht sie sich neue holen. Vielleicht muss ich den erst untersuchen, damit ich das machen kann. Was
Is not in any condition to be questioned.
ja schlecht. Ich muss einen Weg geben, ihn nüchtern zu machen.
A box of new stockings. It's Alice Asher's notebook. Ah, that's int. Bodley. The fruit seller has debts too. She will probably be more cooperative thanks to this piece of information. Mary Drower was telling the truth. Mrs. Asher regularly gave money to her alcoholic husband.
Ach so, das waren Sprüche aus den Häfen, jetzt verstehe ich das.
Strawberries, 6 pence a pound.
Vertrocknetes Obst verkaufen.
Your fruit is rotten.
What? A foreigner dares to say that?
According to the victim's account book, you owed her £10 for tobacco and magazines.
That's a lie. She owed me £1. I swear.
Now, please be so kind as to explain this.
Look at my account book. Alice owed me £11 for fruit and vegetables. I may have had a slate at her shop, but she had one at mine. She owed me £1. And that reminds me I have to get it back from her niece.
That is quite enough. Your account book has saved you, but I might ask Chief Inspector Japp to throw you in the cells for 1 or 2 nights while he checks your entries. Do you want to go to prison?
Prison? Now that's not fair. I haven't done nothing.
In that case, I am counting on your full collaboration.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Listen, I didn't kill Alice, I swear. But it's true that I did go to the shop yesterday.
At what time?
6 o'clock. She left me a note saying she wanted some strawberries if I got some. I received them late, about 6. So I took them over to her.
But you did not see her.
She wasn't in the shop, so I just put the strawberries on the counter and left.
Diebstahlsbezichtigen.
Did you see anything unusual in the shop?
No. Well, maybe one thing. There was always a railway guide on the counter. Alice didn't sell them. Maybe it's the customer who left
War
it
da
there.
schon da?
You were not alarmed?
I thought Alice had just gone to get her medicine from her room and that she'd be straight back.
You mentioned medicine.
Something for her cough. She used to take it a lot.
Who do you think killed her?
France. Her scoundrel of a husband. He was always after her for something. Well, he's a foreigner. Sorry, sir. What I mean is he's German. That's even worse.
Did you see Franz Asher enter the tobacco shop late yesterday afternoon?
Well, no. But at that time of the day, the streets are packed, and I have better things to do than watch her shop.
I'll just borrow your bottle a moment.
Take it. It's what Alice used to sober up her husband. But try not to empty the bottle.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Mhm. Ja, so oder was? Oh Gott. Ja, das verkleinern, warum? ...18... Kein Kursbuch. Ja, ohne das Kursbuch finde ich jetzt nicht, dass man das schon einlegen kann. Aber gut. Er ist ja der Meisterdetektiv oder sowas. Ich kenne diesen Menschen nicht. Also Ego-Punkte nehmen sie waren wie Herkule Beurat. Wer ist das? So, das bin ich.
The priority is to question is not.
Hä?
Mes amis, I can say without a doubt that poor Mrs. Asher was killed between 5:30 and 6.
Killed when the street was packed with people. That's rather bold.
I've been talking to the neighbours, and...
No one's seen anything? Or rather, it's anything and everything. Am I wrong?
No.
Yeah. We must grill this villain Asher before he falls asleep again. This man is in rather a bad state. This man has been fighting and he smells of alcohol. Care for a cigarette, monsieur?
What's that? Scented cigarettes? No, thanks.
Bien. I was trying to be friendly, but you are quite right. Let us get down to business. You threatened to kill your wife, and now she's dead.
So what? You shouldn't take things so seriously, sir. Nothing but empty threats. We didn't get on all that badly.
So, if things were going so well with your wife, why did you not live with her?
She was the one that left. Nothing to do with me, sir.
Ah, women are flighty creatures. Did she run away with another man?
Flighty? You talk funny. One thing for sure, if my wife was seeing another man, I'd have given her a good beating.
Interesting. And what were you doing yesterday at the end of the afternoon?
Can't recall.
You had been drinking again.
The occasional slap, sir, that's all.
And you cannot even remember how you ripped the coat?
I got it stuck in a door.
Asha, look me in the eye and tell me that you were in a fight.
I'm looking. No, I wasn't in a fight.
You are right. Looking at the state of you, you did not defend yourself. So someone gave you a good beating.
A beating? No way. All right, he tore my coat and gave me a black eye. You see the state of him?
Very interesting. Who is the other that you struck?
Probably best if I tell you everything. Yesterday afternoon, I met Roderick Tanner. We'd bet on a dog fight together.
An illegal bet, naturally.
Yes, sir. Our dog won. Roderick got the money, but he refused to give me my share.
And you fought about it. What time was this?
In the evening, about 6, I think. We were on the other side of town. You see, I couldn't have killed my wife.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay. Oh, 3. Was machte Mrs. Asher gerade, als sie ermordet wurde? Sie nahm eine Schachtel Zigaretten aus dem Regal. Ja, wie ich schon
The
feststellte.
murderer probably pretended to be a customer. He hit the shopkeeper from behind as she turned around to serve him. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Das ABC unterschrieben. Das. Kein Kursbuch. Im Buch sind keine Fingerabdrücke.
The murderer deliberately left behind this ABC as a signature. The absence of fingerprints and the fact that it is open at letter A for Andover leaves little doubt.
Asher's alibi appears to be confirmed. All the same, I'm going to call and check that he did have a fight with this Tanner on the afternoon of the murder. You can never trust this sort of chap.
One thing is certain, Asher was a ruffian who used to beat his wife.
But he is not very educated. It certainly was not him who wrote the letter signed ABC. Let's resume, Hastings. We know the murderer pretended to be a customer. He did not kill her for money, that appears to be certain.
I agree with you on that point.
And the murderer left an ABC guide as a signature. Therefore, it's likely he wrote the letter.
Indeed, but that doesn't explain why and how he did it.
You are quite right. Why he did it is a mystery. But as for
A
how he did
mystery.
it, we do know enough to try and reconstruct the events.
Rekonstruieren Sie den Verlauf des Verbrechens, indem Sie die möglichen Aktionen des Mörders auswählen. Rekonstruktion.
The killer enters the shop.
Angreifen, fortschreiten.
Mrs. Asher turns around to greet her customer.
Hallo. Bestellen.
The murderer asks her for some tobacco. She turns her back to him. He seizes the opportunity to strike her.
Stellen, umdrehen.
He then places the ABC upside down before leaving. Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Geil. Okay, das war jetzt erstmal noch einfach. Gespannt, ob das schwieriger wird.
Asher has a strong alibi and we don't have any other suspect. But what was the point of this crime?
She had no debts. She gave Franz Asher money regularly. She wasn't owed money. Nobody stood to gain anything.
No doubt about it,
Fleeing
the
from
murderer
this
is
house.
insane.
And I fear that we had not heard the last of him.
I hope you're wrong for once.
Bien, let's go back to London. If we hurry, we should catch the 7:02 train. Are you coming?
No, unfortunately, I have to talk with Andover police.
See you soon, then. Are you coming, Hastings? Let's go home. There's nothing for us here.
Well, do you have any idea about the killer's identity?
The crime was committed by a man of medium height, with red hair and suspicious eyes. He has a slight limp on the right foot and a wart just below his shoulder blade.
Poirot!
Mon ami, what do you want? You fix upon me a look of dog-like devotion and demand of me a pronouncement à la Sherlock Holmes. Now for the truth. I do not know what the murderer looks like, nor where he lives, nor how to set hands upon him.
What shall we do, then?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Do not be so impatient, Hastings. The killer will manifest himself soon enough.
I thought I heard the postman. Maybe there's some news.
I will go and see. Daily Flicker, June the 22nd, 1935. Battle over control of bank system. What will the government do for money? Andover, murder of a tobacconist.
La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Den irgendwas machen, wenn ich dann näher bin. Aha.
Andover, Hampshire, population 31,200 inhabitants.
Und nochmal beim Schreibtisch.
It is now the right time.
Okay.
No doubt about it. Hastings is going bored.
Auf zum Brief. Achso, ich muss mal wieder umdrehen.
Dear Mr. Poirot, well, what do you think? I believe that I won this round. The Andover affair went like clockwork, don't you feel? But the fun has only just started. I would like to draw your attention to Bexhill-on-Sea on the 25th of this month. We're having a crazy time. Best wishes, ABC. The next crime will be in Bexhill. We must warn Jap to Scotland Yard.
Did the letter indicate anything that might help the police?
To be honest, I think we can already guess something about the next victim. But I need to think about it a little more.
Wer ist das? Hallo? Ja, genau. Ja. Genau. Ja. 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 Okay, ja, das dachte ich mir schon. Ja, 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 das macht sie auch noch. Ah, okay, okay. Mhm. Okay. Ja. 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 Ja, danke schön. Ja. Ja, tschüss. Lala. Lala. So, hier. Laufen wir rüber. Und wieder zurück. Was stand denn jetzt in dem Brief drin eigentlich? Wird der angerufen? So eine Scheiße. Nee.
Ich denke aber generell sollte erstmal sowieso alles über mich laufen, ne? Auch das mit dem Kindergeld und das auf meine Steuerkarte kommt und so weiter. Weil bei dir lohnt es sich ja nicht. Du verdienst ja nicht so wenig. Red da nochmal mit deinem Vater drüber. Ich meine, das wird nichts bringen. Also das bringt zu wenig, sagen wir mal so. Weniger verdienst du, weniger hast du halt dann nachher Steuern, klar, die du dann quasi einsparst und Geld.
Ja. Weiß nur nicht, ob das mit der Krankenkasse direkt zusammenhängt.
Wahrscheinlich nicht, aber ich meinte das jetzt einfach nur im Zusammenhang, wenn du davon anfängst.
Ha. Okay. Ja, ich dachte, das verknüpft sich.
Nein, ja, weil du einfach, ja, irgendwo ist da ja auch eine Verknüpfung. Es geht ja darum, was mit dem Kind, mit den Personalien quasi passiert. Und erstmal ist es dann auch nicht verwundert, weil, klar, wenn wir verheiratet sind, wobei eine Vaterschaft anerkennt, kann man bestimmt.
Das ist immer direkt auf die Mutter versichert. Ja, für die ersten 2 Wochen oder so.
Wenn das Kind dann da ist, können wir ja überlegen, ob ich den wechseln zu wollen. Dann kannst du ja mit der Mutter mal telefonieren. Und fragen, was wäre, ob die dann irgendwie noch
Ja, man kann werben. Auch. Ja, das war das Gespräch über die Versicherung.
Dear Mr. Poirot, well,
Ach ja, we have a crazy time.
we're having a
Das hab ich
crazy time.
mitbekommen. Brief B von ABC. Also sind es 3 Fälle nur. Ja, und jetzt? Ich weiß nicht, was ich jetzt machen muss. Überlegung. Dum, dum, dum.
Let us examine this more closely.
Ja, die I ist so groß, ist mir schon aufgefallen. ABC ist gesteigert. Das W ist kaputt.
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects.
Ja, das.
The W is not printed properly. Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. Yes, this I is weird.
Muss ich das hier auch?
Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Wie, dass das der gleiche ist, oder was?
Yes, the A... Right, let us compare this with the... That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory. The W... Right, let us...
Oh wei, oh wei, oh wei.
Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter.
Okay.
Both letters were written on the same typewriter and show the same characteristics.
You surprise me, Poirot. You usually ignore material proof.
But there is nothing usual about this case, Hastings. Nothing must be overlooked. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Was ist ein Mord in Andover? Andover, ja, keine Ahnung. Da gekommen das Viertel und... Nee. Was soll ich wissen, was... Das kann mir das nächste Opfer sagen. Könnte mit einem B beginnen. Ach so, darauf
So,
wollte ich
Poirot,
hinaus.
have you found something?
Oui, I believe so. But I am afraid it is not enough to stop the murderer. Let us go and see Chief Inspector Japp. I will explain there.
Die 2 Sätze, der ich mal jetzt sagen kann. Aber gut. Was ist das? Achso, das gehört zu ihm.
No doubt about it.
It may be time to go to Scotland.
Okay, dann los. Ab ins
To Scotland
Taxi.
Yard, please.
Brumm, brumm.
Japp has invested a great deal in his career. Japp is an investigator greatly respected by his peers. Alice Asher was murdered in Andover, the ABC killer's first murder. London. I really like this city. One thing is certain, you never get bored here. Japp's interview room. Many cases have been solved in this little office.
Er ist sehr konzentriert bei der Arbeit.
Japp appears to be snowed under. Japp appears to already be overloaded with work. My news is not going to improve matters. Bonjour, Chief Inspector. I am afraid we have some bad news. I have just received another letter signed ABC. The next crime will be on the 25th in Bexhill-on-Sea.
Are you completely sure it's from the same person?
I have compared the two letters. There is no doubt about it.
I suppose you think he's going to carry out his threats.
I fear so.
Good God, Poirot. Bexhill is very busy at this time of year, and we have no idea who the next victim will be.
I suspect that the name of the second victim will start with B.
What on earth makes you think such a thing?
I thought about it when I saw the name Asher clearly written over the shop door of the unfortunate woman who was murdered in Andover last month. When I received a letter mentioning Bexhill, I deduced that the victim, like the town, might have been chosen by alphabetical order.
So, it's an alphabet fiend. I'm going to have a list drawn up of all the people whose name starts with B. I hope there aren't too many of them.
Bien. We should leave you to work, Chief Inspector.
You have a few days to prepare yourself.
Thank you for coming, my friends.
Poirot?
Chief Inspector Japp, your call does not bode well.
Indeed, we have just found the body of a young woman on the beach in Bexhill. An ABC was placed on the body.
We'll be there as soon as possible.
Ah, nicht geklappt.
Bexhill is a delightful town. It would be nice to come back and visit.
I do not entirely agree. Walking at the beach damages my shoes, and it hurts my knee.
So the years have not spared you, my friend. It's the same for all of us.
That is exactly what I said to myself when I saw you back from your travels.
Poirot!
Do not be offended, Hastings. I can see Japp waiting for us. And from his face, I would say that things are not looking good.
Schnurrbart.
Bexhill seems to be a pleasant little town. Bexhill is a pretty little seaside resort with elegant architecture, although personally I prefer more modern buildings.
How do you do, gentlemen?
Chief Inspector?
I fear your admirer has struck again, Poirot. We haven't yet identified the victim, but it's a young woman, 20 to 25 years old. Death occurred last night between 11:30 and 1 o'clock, and we found an ABC guide on the body.
Was she pretty?
Come on, Poirot, that's rather out of place. It has no bearing on the murder.
Are you certain? For women, it is often the most important thing. It often decides their destiny.
The body hasn't been moved. You can see for yourself.
Has the press been informed?
Not yet, but I'm planning to. I haven't yet informed them about the presence of the ABC guide in Andover.
Nobody has reported a young woman missing?
Not for the moment.
No witnesses, I imagine.
Indeed. We've asked everybody who may have met a young woman fitting her description last night to come and see us, but I have little hope of gaining anything from it.
It's early days, Chief Inspector, and the news may not have spread around the town yet.
I hope you're right, Hastings.
Hastings appears to be ill at ease. He appeared to be relatively indifferent to Mrs. Asher's murder, But the young woman's murder seems to be troubling him greatly. I fear that this case is far from being solved.
Come on, Poirot. You'll find the killer.
Certes. But how many times will he kill before I do?
Töten, 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 töten. So, was haben wir denn da? Wir haben ein Haus. Ein Haus, ein Haus. Wir haben ganz viele Häuser.
This hut is locked. This hut is... This hut is locked. The padlock is locked. This hut is locked.
Okay, also geschlossen. Na gut. Es gibt halt auch zweimal die 9. Wobei das natürlich die 6 ist, die runtergekommen ist. Also muss ich wohl die 6 aufschließen. Eine Schnur.
A braided silk belt. It may have belonged to the victim. This key is too small to be one for a house. Without a doubt, it is for a padlock. The guide is open at the page for the Bexhill train times. The young woman wasn't wearing shoes or a coat, and was not carrying a bag. That's strange. Either the murderer stole her belongings, or she put them somewhere safe. Maybe so that she could bath. These marks have been left by a rope or a braided cloth. She was a great beauty. Strange that chap didn't notice it. Apart from the marks on her neck, there are no signs of the struggle. She didn't manage to hit her assailant. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Welche Weise wurde das Opfer ermordet? Hat sich nicht gewehrt. Es gab einen geflochtenen Leinschal. Spuren am Hals.
The poor child must have been strangled with his braided belt. Unfortunately, in view of the fabric, it is unlikely that we will find any prints. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Mal, ja, ABC, ABC, ABC. Unterschreibt man ein Verbrechen mit einem ABC-Kursbuch. Sollte bei jemandem mit demselben Täter begangen? Ja. Hä? Also weiß nichts.
The medical officer should confirm that the victim was strangled with her own belt.
That's what I thought. She shows the usual signs of strangulation.
With a little luck, we'll find prints this time.
You are too optimistic, Hastings. Our killer is far too meticulous for that.
Opfer identifizieren. Muss ich nochmal hin, oder? Wie soll ich es identifizieren? 7 von 7. Oder weiß er was?
I fear that this case is... Certes. The number is upside down. This is definitely at number 6.
715.
A dual locking padlock. I need to find the code and then insert a key.
Schlüssel ist wohl lächerlich. Ich habe einen Schlüssel. Gar nicht mitbekommen. So. Okay. Hereinspaziert.
It definitely was here that the victim left her belongings. The purse is full. Yet again, we can dismiss theft as the motives for the murder.
Ja, klar,
Here is
wenn
the
es
watch
gleich
she
ist.
must have removed to prevent it from getting wet. A top brand lipstick. She liked to take care of her appearance. As well as a photo of the victim with some company. It could be useful to me. Betty's first day at work. Mom is very proud of you. Elizabeth Barnard, 7 August 1931.
Ginger Kid Restaurant.
So, the young lady did have a name starting with B, and she worked as a ginger cat, an establishment that must be slightly further along the beach.
Jap has gone to the police. The victim has been identified and her family had reported her disappearance. She was called?
Elizabeth Barnard, mainly Betty. She worked as a ginger cat at the cafe slightly further along the beach.
But Poirot, how on earth?
Never mind. Do you have her address?
Yes, she lived with her parents on the street leading to the beach, number 22. Shall we go?
You are far too impatient, Hastings. Let the poor people take in the news first. Let us go and visit the cafe where Betty worked.
Where Betty worked. Where did Betty worked? Ich möchte mir das Foto auch mal angucken. Ein Foto, das in der Strandhütte gefunden wurde. Es zeigt das Opfer neben einem jungen Mann, ein hübsches Paar. Ja, schön. Okay, einmal die Straße runter. Ciao. Aber überlassen wir gleich den Möwen.
Could it be the same buildings as on the victim's photo?
Könnte es das gleiche Gebäude sein? Gebäude mit Kuppel. Zeitungskiosk. Und
This is definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken.
Geil. Das Schild über dem Eingang könnte vielleicht auch darauf hindeuten.
With all these tourists, these shops must be thriving. With all this,
Achso. Das ist ja da.
with all this tourists.
Okay.
I'll be with you in a minute, gentlemen.
This is a well-laid table. Nothing is out of place, and above all, no creases.
Okay, man kann bei jedem Spiel 3 Ego-Punkte verdienen. konzentriert Gassenstürzer machen.
Something tells me that she's the owner of the ginger cat.
Wo will er denn hin? Rotes Haar. Strenge Haltung und die Kasse.
This woman must be the owner of the ginger cat. It looks like something is bothering her.
How can I help you?
A hot chocolate and a tea for my friend, please.
I'll bring it straight away.
What a pity. I don't have any change to make it work. I need to know the time range during which Betty was working on her own. These are the different waiting staff's bills. Which ones were written by Betty?
Tab 5. Ja, wir müssen ja erstmal das angucken. Betty 11.
Where is Betty?
Da.
Betty worked from 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Would she have been alone at any time during her service?
Um 11 hat sie angefangen. Ja, ab 5, ne? 5.
Betty worked from 11 a.m. to... No, this person is not the last one. Interesting. Betty was alone between 5 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Who did she serve? Most probably a family. This bill may have been written by Betty. There is probably another one. Most probably a single man, a whiskey lover. Maybe the murderer? Betty served a family and a man on his own, a whiskey drinker. Maybe the murderer. This information will help me to progress.
Progress.
What? Gentlemen, what are you doing?
We are searching for clues, mademoiselle. My name is Hercule Poirot. I am a detective, and this is Captain Hastings. Does Betty Barnard work here?
That is correct. She should have been here a while ago. Punctuality is the first rule of politeness.
I fear that Miss Barnard will not be coming today. She has just been found, dead, on the beach a few hundred meters from the cafe.
How awful. Poor young thing. What happened?
She appears to have been murdered.
This is most distressing. How this will affect my business, I shudder to think.
Do not be so sure. Miss Barnard's tragic death may be a good advertisement for you.
It makes one despair of human nature. Poor young girl. She was a hard-working and pleasant young woman. I didn't know her that well. She'd only been here for 2 summers. I know that she had a young man. He used to call for her sometimes.
Do you think he could have harmed her?
I repeat, I wasn't on close terms with Betty, and even less so with her fiancé. How do you expect me to answer such a question? Now, please excuse me, I have work to do.
Ja, bei den ganzen Kunden. Ist ja sehr besorgt, wenn sie so
The
viel
customer who ordered the whiskey might provide us more information. He may have been the last one to see Betty alive.
It is an interesting idea, Hastings. Maybe he is a regular guest. What do you think, mademoiselle?
I don't think so. Our regular guests tend to order tea and cakes. At this time of the year, there are a lot of tourists about you never see again.
That's what I thought. Time to visit Betty's home.
Jo! Bonus, aha. Verlauf. Okay, hier fehlen noch viele. Verstehe ich nicht so ganz. Rekonstruktion, Dover, Trophäen. Dover beenden. Whitehaven nach Dover. Beenden. Was zur Hölle?